Hello and welcome our blood viewers to RTD's News English edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights of tonight. The Gube wind farm opens the way to renewable energy today. Historical on integration. And on the international scene, the G20 summit in India, the African Union becomes a permanent member of the G20. Those were the major and top highlights of tonight. Welcome back to our newsroom, our beloved viewers. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Umar Gelle, inaugurated the wind power station, a facility designed to convert the kinetic energy of the wind into electricity. The wind power station consists of a group of wind turbines, usually placed on high masts to capture the constant high winds and equipped with powerful blades that turn with the wind blows. Converting kinetic energy into mechanical electricity is then used to turn an electric generator inside each wind turbine. The generator produces electricity usually in the form of an alternating current. The electricity generated by the wind turbines is collected in a station on the wind farm site and fed into the national grid where it's distributed to the consumers. Let's watch. The first wind farm is made up of an installation of 17 wind turbines on the windy Gobod site, 100% funded by Red Sea Power. It is a concrete response to the presidential vision of promoting renewable energies, currently capable of producing 60 megawatts. The park could easily expand to 100 megawatts and beyond, marking a turning point towards clean and sustainable energy production. This ambitious project is the culmination of many years of planning, investment, and hard work. This wind farm is not only a symbol of Djibouti's commitment to environmental protection, it will also significantly contribute to meeting the growing demand for electricity, thereby improving the quality of life of the citizens. It is a crucial step in Djibouti's vision to become a regional leader in renewable energy. It strengthens the country's position as a model for other African nations, demonstrating that it is possible to reconcile economic development with environmental preservation. This wind farm represents much more than a simple energy installation. It illustrates the symbol of Djibouti moving towards a cleaner future, more respectful of the environment, and more concerned with the well-being of its citizens. The clean energy produced by these wind turbines will not only meet the country's growing energy needs, but also reduce dependence on fossil fuels, thus contributing to the preservation of the environment and the fight against climate change. This morning, this inauguration was a moment of collective celebration, an historical moment, recognition of all the efforts made to transform a vision into reality, but also a powerful reminder that when the community mobilizes behind a common goal, together they achieve miracles. Let's listen now to some of the speeches made during the ceremony by some high authorities.
We celebrate this milestone with you and hope that the country's first independent power project will serve as a catalyst to move forward the objective of achieving energy independence through 100% renewable sources by 2035. I still remember a warm September day in 2017 when a MIGA delegation met with colleagues from AFC during the Investing in Africa conference in Dakar, Senegal, where I was then living. And we first heard about the concept to develop a wind farm in Djibouti, and were asked if MIGA could support it. I myself was extremely excited about the prospect of supporting Djibouti's first independent power project. Well, it has been a long, hard road, but here we are, 6 years later, on a warm September day in Djibouti, looking out at the 17 beautiful wind turbines turning here that are the fruits of labor of those who are with us today and so many others. Indeed, the government, the sponsors, and the project team should be applauded for their perseverance in bringing this project to fruition. It was not an easy task and demonstrates the resilience and determination to boost the economy of Djibouti using green energy. And to hear the chairman of the project's board and my personal friend Abu Bakr Hedi say this project would not have been possible without MIGA makes us extremely proud to be a part of it. But I should also mention that MIGA's involvement would not have been possible without the support of our colleagues at the World Bank, as it is thanks to them that the project benefits from the IDA private sector window, which is a pool of funds set aside specifically to support mega projects in the poorest countries.
Today, Djibouti has made the first step towards this future growth economy by providing the energy that's critical for carbon neutral industrialization, demonstrating that Africa can have a different path for sustainable growth within net zero aspirations. Not only will the power generation be derived from renewable sources, but this renewable energy will drive a green growth economy. Hopefully, we hope to provide clean green fuel for an emerging transshipment industry that would emerge from Djibouti. Djibouti's mission is to become Africa's first 100% clean energy economy.
The chairman of the Ports and Free Zones Authority, Mr. Obakar Umar Hadi, said in a keynote speech that the Gobet wind farm, more than a source of electricity production, helps to mitigate the effects of global warming and represents a positive adaptation to climate change. Taking his turn to speak, the Energy Minister, Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, emphasized that the wind farm, which is finally operational, bears witness to the recovery of our energy system and embodies our country's ambitions to develop renewable energies on a large scale. Before beginning his speech, the President of the Republic declared, and I quote, I express here my sincere condolence to the King and the Moroccan people following the terrible earthquake which struck their beloved land. In this dark hour, he added, we, the people and the government of Djibouti, would like to demonstrate our unwavering solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Morocco. We pay tribute to the lives that were lost in this devastating tragedy. Each of these precious souls leaves behind an immense void in the deep pain in our hearts. We share your pain, he stressed. We feel your distress, and we are at your side with all our hearts. Solidarity among nations in times of tragedy is the sincerest demonstration of our common humanity. And today we offer you our full support and compassion. We pray that the Almighty Allah may spare the Moroccan nation from any recurrence of such a traumatic experience. We pray for the speedy healing of the injured and for the strength and resilience of the Moroccan people to help them overcome this ordeal. May peace and comfort be with you. May healing come quickly, and may light shine once again on the Kingdom of Morocco. Let's listen now to His Excellent speech made at the ceremony.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est avec un profond honneur que je m'adresse à vous aujourd'hui.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I address you today for the commissioning of this long-awaited project. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for your distinguished presence on this solemn occasion, marking the inauguration of our country's first wind farm here in Gubayt. This achievement is of the utmost importance as it bears witnesses to our forward-looking visions and illustrates a major concrete step forward in our development. The construction of this wind farm, part of our energy transitions, represents a decisive milestone in the energy sector. Considerable sacrifices have been made to achieve this result because we are convinced that without increasing our national energy production capacity, the development we want for our countries would be neither possible nor conceivable. The many large-scale infrastructure projects we have launched in recent years, such as port-free zone and railroads, as well as growing domestic energy demands, have prompted us to seek pragmatic and sustainable national solutions, tapping into our country's vast renewable energy potential. The 17-turbine Gubayt wind farm will generate 60 megawatts of clean energy, substantially increasing the share of the renewable energies in our energy mix. An additional 445 megawatts of capacity is already planned for integration into our national energy mix. This will guarantee our energy security and even ensures our energy independence. I therefore welcome this step forward as it represents an important milestone on the road to achieve our goals of generating 100% of our electricity from inexhaustible renewable sources by 2035. We are, of course, continuing to pay a particular attention to the development of other renewable energy sources and will shortly be launching constructions of the Grand Bara solar power plant. The construction of these wind farms, which also includes the installation of a seawater desalination plant, is of the particular significance for the Gubayt region. After the construction of the mineral port, the commissioning of the wind farm today, and the forthcoming exploitation of geothermal energy, the whole region is destined to become a dynamic economic hub conducive to industrial development. Indeed, through this large-scale project, we aim to ensure inclusive and sustainable growth, promoting a balanced regional development to combat social inequalities more effectively.
Now, let's listen to the second part of the speech of the President of the Republic.
Mesdames et messieurs, cette transition énergétique vers des sources
Ladies and gentlemen, The transition to clean, renewable energy sources offers many economic advantages for our country. First and foremost, it reduces our dependence on the imported fossil fuels, strengthening our energy security and reducing our energy bill. By investing in renewable energies, we are also creating new economic opportunities, fostering the emergence of local industries and creating jobs in the clean energy sector. What's more, the transition to clean energy sources contribute to the fight against climate change by reducing our greenhouse gas emissions. This strengthens our position on the international stage as a country committed to protecting the environment and achieving the goals of sustainable development. By investing in renewable energy, we also are paving the way for sustainable and inclusive economic growth. Clean energy offers new opportunities for the development of sectors such as agriculture, industry, and services. By providing reliable and affordable energy, this in turn fosters businesses creation, innovation, and improved living conditions for our fellow citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, faced with budgetary constraints and the importance of infrastructure investment for the development of our economy, we have chosen to involve the private sectors in a public-private partnership. This type of partnership enables us to benefit from the technology and innovations of the private sector to meet deadlines and quality requirements to obtain better long-term value for money and to secure the funds raised by investors. In this respect, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to Red Sea Power and its shareholders, notably Africa Finance Corporation, Dutch Development Finance Company, Climate Fund Managers, and Greenhorn Investment Holdings. We have invested over 122 million US dollars in this project, not forgetting the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. I would like to express my deep gratitude for their commitment, which has enabled us to bring this successful project to fruition. Finally, I cannot conclude without congratulating all the stakeholders involved in the construction of this wind farm, from the national and foreign engineers to the staff of the Ministry of Energy and EDD team. I would like to pay tribute to their professional work, which has contributed to the success of this project. Thank you for your attention.
The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, then inaugurated the Wind Power Station, a facility designed to convert the kinetic energy of the wind into electricity. The wind power station consists of a group of wind turbines usually placed on high masts to capture the constant high winds and equipped with powerful blades that turn when the wind blows. Converting kinetic energy into mechanical electricity is then used to turn an electric generator inside each wind turbine. The generator produces electricity usually in the form of alternating current. The electricity generated by all the wind turbines is collected in a substation located on the wind farm side. This electricity generated by the wind power station is fed into the national grid, where it is distributed to consumers. The Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training organized today a major workshop aimed at developing partnership pact with the global partner for education, which will include priority reform. This workshop, which is held from September 10 to 14 at the Training Center for Fundamental Educational Teachers, brings together key players of the education system. The launch of this workshop was chaired by Mr. Muhammad Abdullah Mahyub, Secretary General of the MENFOP, and brought together high-level participants, including General Inspectors, Dean Inspectors, and the Executive Secretary of the Quality Observatory of Education, the Director General at the Secretary General of UNESCO, the Director of Information Technology, and many others. The general objective of this workshop is to design a partnership pact which will serve a roadmap for the transformation of the education system. This pact will define how MENFOP plans to collaborate with its development partners and other stakeholders to implement priority reforms that can catalyze systemic change. Following by the emergency situation triggered by the Ministry of the Interior, the government of Djibouti, through the Ministry of Social Affairs, provided strong assistance for those affected by the latest bad weather, as well as the most deprived families of Yobuki. This emergency donation concerned more than 150 families who benefited from foodstuffs, including bags of rice, flour, sugar, cans of oil, and household equipment consisting of mattresses, blankets, sheets, mats, impregnated mosquito nets, buckets of different sizes, colors of water, stoves, thermoses of teas, plates, glasses of water, and various other kitchen utilities. As soon as it was received, the Dakhel Prefecture, which had previously carried out a rapid assessment of the situation with the support of the MAS Regional Office, proceeded this Saturday, September 9th, to distribute the government assistance to the families concerned. Benin hosts the 50 World Bowls Championship from September 8 to 17, the 50th World Bowls Championship at the foot of the Amazon. The Bowls Festival was well and truly underway. Some 40 countries took part in the colorful official opening ceremony. After several days of preparations, the 50th edition of the World Bowls Championship took off. Our country, represented by 4 carefully selected top players, took part in this beautiful ceremony, rich in color and emotion. Shifting gears towards the international scene now. On Saturday, the African Union officially joined G20, whose leaders meeting in New Delhi, India, over the weekend. They are expected to make concrete commitments in favor of developing countries. This year, India hosts presides over the group of the world's largest developed and emerging economies. Indian Prime Minister Modi began his speech by welcoming his newest member with everyone's approval. And before we go any further, I would like to ask the head of the African Union to take his place as a permanent member of the G20, he said. Well, by this, our blood viewers, we finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.